Hi everybody, it's Tammy and I'm back with another planner video. So thanks so much if you joined me in my last video where I shared my Disney shopping haul, and today I basically have spent more money on another planner, so let's talk about it. If you've been around the channel, you know I talk a lot about planners, but really my goal is to help you find the next step you need to take to achieve the life that you desire. And one of the areas that I have been struggling with in 2020, basically my whole life, if I'm honest, is maintaining a home that I feel relaxed in and that I can enjoy while also being the kind of person who's not super disciplined or super skilled at cleaning. So I saw this planner from an Instagram account, someone shared it, and I went to the website and learned a little bit about the Passionate Penny Pincher. And if you are already familiar with her, you may know that she shares a lot of shopping deals and tips on, especially focusing on minimizing your food budget to achieve the goals you want financially. But I was super excited about this planner, but I was really curious about the quality. So I went ahead and ordered this on my own. I was not sent this for free, but I wanted to get my hands on it and see if it was really the type of quality, paper, layout, and design that I was looking for. And I'm very happy to say that after a quick flip through, I am very excited to share it with you. In fact, I'm making the time to film this video pretty much immediately so that I can start using the planner. So let's get into the planner itself. It comes in this adorable box. Now for me, I ordered one other item from her shop, and so this was inside another box. I do not know if you order just the planner, if you will get just this box shipped to you, but it is a very high quality box. It's very similar to the Cultivate What Matters box and the Moxie as far as the quality of the box, the sturdiness of the box. It's just for her design and her shop. Really, really beautiful. But we are going to get out of the box and into the planner. Enough chit chat without going through the planner, right? So it has a laminated cover. There are two cover designs. There's a blue design that's fairly solid. I knew I wanted something that would pop and have a little more color, so I ordered this one. And it just says 2021 Home Planner Daily Checklist for Your Home, Family, and Finances. It is a coil binding, and it's about an inch. If you can tell, this is about an inch coil. It is a bright gold finish, but it seems very strong. Like I can't just move the coil by pushing on it. So I do think it will be pretty sturdy. After you open the planner, you will get a ruler inside. So of course, I love any kind of snap-in accessory. This one definitely will not come out on accident. But it has several places to attach in the middle and the bottom, and it has inch markings. It says make today a beautiful day. And again, it has the color scheme from the planner built into the numbers. It also included this little greeting card thanking you for your purchase and having information if you have any questions or issues, how to get customer support. Each of these types of dividing pages is also plastic or laminate, so this is basically going to wipe off very, very easy. One of the things I really do like about it is knowing that I can basically have it all over the kitchen counter, the island for everybody to use, and you know, it's not like a paper cover where it's going to get messed up as it's sitting out. The very first thing you come across is two sticker sheets. This has everything from budget to celebrate, vacation, reminders, and then this is simple functional stickers, more flags, habit trackers, and that is it that comes with the planner. These are really, really beautiful. Again, the color scheme, I don't know if the stickers that come in the other cover are color schemed for that cover, but these are the stickers that come in this one. And then you have a title page. If you can see, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it does look like the cut is pretty strong. It almost goes through the backing. So these should be pretty easy to take off and use. And they do seem to be sort of an in-between. They're not super matte, so I'll do a pen test in a little bit and we'll see how a pen writes on those. But you have your, basically your name page, and then you have some information about the planner and her system. So she has icons with little utensils, a little blue kind of flower, and then a little gold money icon. And those are for meals and gratitude and finances. A letter from her as well. Her name is Lori, if you're not familiar with her. I was not familiar with her until I saw this a couple of weeks ago. So hints and tips on how to use the planner. And really the whole goal of this is to create a system in your home that is helping you achieve the financial goals that you want and the home that you want. So everything is basically focused on that. You have a spring cleaning checklist by kind of areas of the home. Then you have a yard and home maintenance checklist. So I really, really like these. This is basically what I was looking for. I've used the Fly Lady system for literal decades, since my kids were very, very young, to just try to establish routines and habits. And I do have some of those, but as a planner girl, I love to have a checklist and to basically be able to put pen to paper. And I didn't necessarily want to have to create my own or recreate them every week, every month, every season. So having it built in is really, really nice. The other thing that I like about this is I basically kept trying to use other planner systems to build this. And because they weren't meant for this, it was just cumbersome. And I would get started and then find something that wasn't working, either the binding or the pages, all of that kind of thing. So again, just really, really excited about having this. And then you have room to add your own things on every page. Then you have Company is Coming checklist. This is really very comprehensive. I kind of wish the Company is Coming was one page, maybe simpler. Basically, I guess I'm just more of a relationship focused person. So I'm not worried about the house on this level of detail when we have people come, but maybe that's because we have a lot. If we're going to have anybody come to visit, almost always it's family, and it's more about the time together than the house looking a certain way. I would have loved to have had more detail in like deep cleaning the home, having more zones basically, and then the maintenance of the home having like this having a 2-page spread and this having a 2-page spread, or at least this having a 2-page spread, and then this maybe being condensed into one. But it's a great list, a great comprehensive list. So maybe instead of using this as Company is Coming, maybe this will be like a monthly focus for me to do it for ourselves and not just when Company is Coming. Then you have a Christmas checklist. If I haven't mentioned this already, there are some faith items in this planner. So you could just opt to not use those. If you don't celebrate Christmas, maybe there's another important holiday for you, or maybe Thanksgiving is bigger in your family, whatever the case. I think this is a great checklist. You just might need to modify it if this isn't your big holiday. For me, it's basically my favorite holiday. So I'm excited to have 2 pages here. And last year, this would have been really, really helpful. We had dozens of people here on Christmas Eve. It was wonderful. I'm so, so glad we did it. And, you know, we're probably not doing that this year, but this is a great, great checklist. Okay, then you have one more. You have weekly home project list. This is divided by seasons. So it says weekly home project list at the top, but then it's items to look at each week, and they're actually dated. So let's look real quick at the January calendar. So January 3rd is a Sunday. So it's a Sunday through Saturday calendar layout. I believe the weekly layouts are the same in this planner. So these checklists, let me bring you in a little bit for this page. So these checklists are dated 1/3, 1/10, and so on. And this is really, really something that I am excited about. So to me, the downfall of the Fly Lady system, the good and the bad, is she works in zones, and you go through 4 to 5 zones every single month, and you go right back to them the following month. So whatever you didn't get to, you know you're going to be right back at it the following month. But what I found with that is there are some things that just basically constantly get overlooked. Either I procrastinate on them because they're the tasks I absolutely hate to do, or they just don't fit into something that needs to be done every month. So then you're trying to kind of figure that out, or you need to be on her email system to get more timely reminders, things for fall, things for spring, and so on. So this takes kind of those deeper organizing tasks and spreads them out throughout the year. So you have everything from going through cookbooks to a linen closet to decorating the house for Christmas, going through pool or summer gear. This was one of the things that I really, really kept missing and kept trying to create for myself. So I'm excited to have that built in. After all of these checklists, you have a bill payment schedule page. Again, with the color scheme, I really like how that gives you a place to check things off, but also is very clear to read. So each column is for a month. You can write your bill, the amount, and the day that it's due. So this would be for your recurring regular bills, not a budget. Then you have 2 pages to really just kind of plan and scheme, list, and dream. You have one that says dream big home project list. So this may be, other things that you want to get done besides just the checklist items, and then another page for financial goals. Then you have just blank notes pages. The other great thing about these is you could certainly put down some washi and make these whatever you want them. Then you have your 2021 and 2022 overview calendar page, then your first monthly tab. As I mentioned, this has some faith-based items in it, which I personally really, really love. So you have a verse for the month on this dividing page, which again is like a thicker cardstock and laminated. And then the tabs are, well, this is like, I guess it's not really laminated. It's just kind of a plastic coated page, but the tab is laminated. So if you can see the difference there. And then you have, so the layout for the month is going to be pretty much the same from month to month, but this will just go through January. So you have a notes page for the month, and then you have a few key items already listed. So completing your budget, deciding on at least one financial goal, donating or throwing away 25 items, and planning one activity for the family. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look. So for February, yes, so these are the same. Let's look at each of these first few months. Yes, so these activities are already pre-printed for every single month, and they are the same throughout the planner. Once you turn that page, you have your monthly view. You have your color scheme here again, major holidays, US holidays at least. I do believe this is federal holidays only. So while a lot of planner companies are starting to come out with planners that recognize a lot of other holidays, these are the federally recognized holidays. So like days that a lot of people typically have off of work. That is what is in this planner. You have your notes, you have a preview calendar for the upcoming month, and let me just make a note here. The pages and the planner, everything is rounded, which I really, really love. So this is your weekly view, and I love the functionality of this, but this would not be a replacement for my main planner. A couple of things about it: even though it's pretty compact, it is very heavy, relatively speaking. But really my personal motivation was to have something that stayed at home, so whoever was here, whatever our schedules, everyone in the home, even when it becomes just my husband and I again, that we are working together on these things. So I wouldn't personally want to have this and make all of this my own responsibility versus sharing it. So that's part of why I wanted it as a separate planner this whole time, even when I was trying to make my own. Okay, so you have basically a morning and evening routine section, and you can check off tasks for each day of the week. And she does say at the very beginning, this is not really meant to be overwhelming or pressure you to feel like you have to do every single thing that's in this planner. It's just giving you the space for those things, and you can tackle what's most important. You can do all of it, however much you want to do, but there's definitely a lot of room for detail, which I really do like. So you have these morning and kind of evening checklists, but then you also have kind of this bonus tasks. So for this one, it says clear and develop device photos. Let's go ahead and flip to the next one. This says organize the pantry. And I believe, let's go back to the checklist because I believe this coordinates with, yes. So on your weekly home project list, this says organize pantry and then deep clean refrigerator. So the week of January 3rd, it's organize pantry and then deep clean refrigerator. So you have the checklist, but you have the reminder, again, so smart, built right into your weekly view. Now on each day, it does view Sunday through Saturday in the layout. You have tasks kind of focused for the day that repeat. So every Monday is focused on menu planning and grocery shopping, dusting and vacuuming on Tuesdays, cleaning out your fridge, mopping, trash, and so on Tuesdays, and on and on and on. But then you also have a verse to read. Now on the last Sunday in December, there's a verse on Sunday, but as I flipped through the weeks, there's not a verse to read on the other Sundays. And I am not 100% sure if that is a typo or if it's because typically in Christianity, you would have a worship or Bible study organized thing on Sunday of some form, and the rest of the week you might not. So there's actually not a verse on Saturday here, but there is here. So again, I'm not sure why there's a difference in this last week of December to January, but then on the other weeks you don't have anything on Sunday or Saturday. So just interesting to note. Let's go back to the weekly view. So let's go to this crossover week again. So you have all these different tasks, different focus for each day. You have your holiday marked as well. And then you also on each day you have a place for your meal plan, your dinner plan really is what she's designed it for. And then gratitude and checking in with your finances. You also have 7 little boxes, so you could use these for timed appointments. You could use these for your top to-do list tasks for the day, whatever you want to use it for. This type of area may be more of a little bit more space than what I need, but I like the rest of it so much that I'm happy to have the extra space. What we may do in this section, because I would not be using it as my main planner, is certainly I could put appointments for things for the home. So if we are having the air conditioning unit service and there's an appointment, that could be on here. And it would also be a good place to track those things. So when did we last have, you know, that done? When did we put the mulch down? When did we change the air filter last? Of course, you do have a monthly view, so that may be a simpler place for some of those things. But again, if you're going to keep it open to the week, that's a great idea for how to use that. Okay, now the paper really is thick, you guys. I have like a hard time figuring out if I have 2 pages or if I'm trying to separate the paper that's really just thick. That's 1 page. So the color scheme continues. So in January, it is a dark blue line here. Let's look at February. So that's another January. Yeah, so that color scheme just continues throughout the planner. Let's take a look at, yeah. So that's the same. Let's go back to what you get after your weekly views. So you have all of your weeks. Let's look at when the last week is. So this goes through the week of January 30th. So that's a Saturday. So that's the last week that's behind January. And then the week of January 31st through the first part of February is behind the February calendar. Once you're done with all of these week views, the last page you get is a budget worksheet. So the front of this had a bills checklist, and that would be for your regular routine bills throughout the whole year. But then each month you have a place for your budget with projected and actual. I really, really like that. The only thing I wish it had, which is really kind of hard to fit all in 1 page, would be a place for the difference. If you're over or under, you could at least put a little plus sign by the categories if you go over. to maybe focus in on those if you're trying to watch your budget. So it does give you a place for the difference at the bottom. Your income and expenses, of course, should net to zero. But I like the layout. I like that it's, you know, pre-filled in a lot of areas, but also gives you, you know, a little bit of room for some custom things. So let's look at a couple areas real quick. So for utilities, it has internet separate of cable. So you could make this one of your subscription services like Disney Plus. And let's see if there's not really like other subscriptions. So those would need to go down here. Let's look at, for medical, it has different types of insurance, prescriptions, other bills that you may be aware of. It does have some really nice categories. So it even has like HOA fees. Yeah, so a lot of detail, a lot of option. And of course, you could always use some of these stickers at the front, like these, to, you know, customize this if you wanted to change a whole category. But it's a good layout. Then you go right into your next month and you have another verse and you have that kind of plastic coated cardstock style paper, and then into your next month. So every month the layout is basically the same. As I mentioned, it's a little bit strange to me that first week has verses on Sunday and Saturday and none of the others do. So, you know, there's that. There is I feel like there's a slight difference. Nope, same color scheme on the budget page as well. So your tabs, of course, are different colors, and those go all the way through to December. And that is actually the very last thing. So when you get to December, let's see, your last full week that you get in the planner does carry you through January 1st. So you have all the days of December and then just Saturday, January 1st of 2022. Your budget page, and then you do have one more double-sided notes page. You don't have an extra notes page after each month. They normally just end on the budget, then your tab divider. So this is one extra set of notes pages at the back. Then you have this pocket page. Now for size reference, that is not going to fit an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So the nice size about this is that it's not super huge, but the downside would be if you were literally trying to keep track of papers for your home, this wouldn't be big enough for that without folding them in half. But you do get a double-sided pocket, and this is also that coated cardstock, I guess, basically. So it's very, very wipeable. And then a laminated cover on the back, and the design is the same on this particular planner on the back as it is the front. Now this cover is not snipped to be removable. She doesn't have separate covers to purchase or anything like that. But that is the 2021 home planner from Passionate Penny Pincher, and I am super, super excited about this. So as I mentioned, I am going to basically probably just redate this and go ahead and start using it, or at least, I mean, I would say I would photocopy and use it, but this launched several weeks ago, and it looked like on her website this was at least the second year she had done this. So if she launches them every fall, then I could just, you know, get another one and redate it. I don't know. I'm super excited. So I think I'm just going to jump right in. I also think this is really, really great for someone who's becoming independent, who basically needs some guidance and a checklist. So this might be a nice housewarming gift or a first home gift if you're looking for gift ideas for the holidays. And I just really hope that you guys enjoy it as much as I have. There is going to be a link below where you can go to check out this planner, and that is an affiliate link. So if you decide to purchase, I will get a very small portion of that, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. And I think that all the tools that are in here are well worth the planner. When I purchased it, it was on sale for $44. And again, I just think the quality is great. Why don't we go ahead and do a quick pen test on a couple of things, because I'm definitely keeping this for myself. So I am happy to write in it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make one of these something that I know I will use. So change AC for changing the filter. And this is the Sharpie S Gel 0.7, which writes super smooth. So that's been on there a second. Oh yeah, that definitely smears. Let's try another pen. So as I mentioned, I do think this is somewhat slick. So I would liken it to plum paper maybe, but not quite that smooth. Let's use this Microperm 05 and do the same thing. And I think it's just going to be a matter of it setting and letting it dry, which is not my favorite. While we do that though, let's go to the regular paper. So the sticker paper is different than the rest of the paper. Okay, planner girls, you know the struggle. I don't want to mess up anything that I want to use the planner for. I've come to the very last notes page on the back, and I'm just going to do a test here. And I think what I'm going to do is just write down an encouraging word. I found a scripture that I think will be a really great verse to have in the planner. So that's what I'm going to do the pen test with. I really love the Sharpie S Gel 7. If you're not familiar with that already, let's look at this in detail. So my lighting is definitely changing. Sorry about that, but I really cannot see through unless I allow the light to come through the other side. So I think that the paper is a really, really nice quality. It's not the thickest paper I've ever used, but it's definitely really good. It's nice. It's not very slick, so it's not like plum paper, and it doesn't have a ton of toothiness to it, but it has just enough. It's just really, really nice. A nice bright white, and the pen, of course, works great on a lot of paper. Let's go back to the stickers. So I closed the book right after I wrote on it, and there's not really any ink transferred to this side. And then, yeah, well, different finger from earlier. So no ink is transferring from that Microperm 05. So I think if you're going to write on your stickers, you're going to need a permanent pen. But for the regular paper, I think your regular pens will work just great. And that's it, guys. Let's just jump into getting our homes into a state that we can enjoy. I think we're going to be spending more time in our homes over the coming months, and the holidays may look different, but I think our space that we're together in can be a blessing to us and any of those that we may be able to welcome into our home. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments what you use to keep track of your home cleaning, home maintenance, and if everyone in the house pitches in or if the responsibility is mostly yours. Have a great day, guys.